Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will show you how to apply PRTD, means Permanent Residence Travel Document, if you are outside of Canada and you need to re-enter in Canada if your PR card expire, lost, stolen or damaged. So that time you need a PRTD, and now I will show you step by step. First I need to write down here how to apply PRTD. Here you can see first link canada.ca, apply for permanent residence travel document. I already provide that link in my description box. If you want, you can open directly through that link. So now I need to open that link, and here you can see guide 5529, apply for permanent residence travel documents. Now I need to scroll down, and here you can see fill out the form, and how to complete the form. We need to click here, and our form number is IMM5444E, and now we need to click on how to complete this form. Click here. Here you can see our form, and now we need to download this form and we will start fill our form. And here you can see our form, and choose the option that represent your current situation. I am in Canada and I am outside of Canada. So today we are applying for PRTD. When we outside of Canada, we didn't check our PR card is expired, lost and stolen, damaged. If you face any situation from this, then you need to apply PRTD. PRTD is only a one-time entry. You can apply PR card only when you enter in Canada. You cannot apply for PR card outside of Canada. Today we are applying for PRTD. I am outside of Canada, so I click here and choose the option that appeals to you, and we need to pick one, apply for PRTD, because my PR card was lost, stolen or damaged. And another one is apply for PRTD because I do not have a valid PR card. If your expired PR card, then you have to click here, but today I will apply if my PR card is lost outside of Canada, so I need PRTD for enter in Canada. So I click here, and here I need to enter UCI number. You can check your UCI number from your landing paper and your previous PR card if you have any photocopy of your PR card. If your PR card is lost, if you have, then you can check from old PR card. And language, we need to select from this drop down English. Date you become a peer. When you become a peer in Canada, here you need to write down the date. Place you become a peer in Canada, and which place you become a peer, and city and province, select from this drop down. Full name shown on your record of landing paper and on your PR card. Here you need to enter your surname, and here you need to enter given name. Current name, if different from above, this is the name that will appear on your PR card or PRTD. You must provide supporting documents for any change in your name, and if you change anything in your name, like you add your surname after marriage and anything, then you have to give supporting documents with your application and write down here your surname and given name. And if you didn't change anything in your name, then you do not have enter anything in here. So I do not make any changes in my name, so I will not enter here. I will write down only my surname and given name. Physical characteristics and gender, select from this drop down. Birth information, date of birth. Here you need to write down your date of birth, and country or territory of birth, select from this drop down. I am Indian born, so I write down here India. Country, countries or territories of citizenship, I select here India because I am Indian born. If you are citizen more than one country, then you need to write down here I have no any other citizen without India, so I write down here no. If you have any other country citizenship, then you can write down, but I write down here no. And here we need to write down your address outside of Canada. Here we need to write down our outside Canada address, and like from India and any other country where we lost our PR card, and like your PR card is expired, lost, stolen or damaged without Canada, means outside of Canada. So we need to write down here, and here you can see I gave here Indian address, and street number, street name, city and province. Country, I select from this drop down India, and postal code. Primary telephone number, I select here other because I am outside of Canada. Type, select from this drop down, and country code number. Here you give only that number where are you and at present. Like if you are in India, then you will give here Indian number. If they need any documents, they can call you and collect more information about you. And alternative phone number, I select here Canada, and I give my family members number here. And if you want, you can give, otherwise this is not a mandatory. Email address, we need to write down here working email address where we receive our regular mails, and sometime they need any documents, then they can send email and we can submit our documents. So here you need to give only that email which is working and where you receive regular mails. Current marital status, in this drop down we need to select our marital status. If you are single, then you can select single, but I select here married. Date you were married or enter into common law relationship, here we need to write down the date when you got married. And here is the immigration history. Have you ever been issued a removal order from Canada? I select here no. You have to read all these questions one more time, and all these questions are no for me. Like here you can see, have you ever lost your status as a PR of Canada? I never lost my PR status in Canada, so I write in here no. And you read one more time and give answer according to you. If you have any yes, then you have to write down here. Here you can see, have you ever been issued any of following: travel documents and PRTD. I click on PRTD because today I apply for PRTD. I lost my PR card outside of Canada, so I need PRTD, means permanent travel documents. And if we are apply for PRTD, so we have to give explanation here what was happen. Maybe it is lost, stolen, expired or damaged, and you cannot enter in Canada without PR card, so that time you need to apply for PRTD. When you come back, after that you can apply for PR card. And next is a personal history, address history inside and outside of Canada. List the address history for the past 5 years, or if you become a PR less than 5 years ago, your address history since becoming a PR. List your address history from the most recent to oldest. In first row we have to give our recent address history, and here you can see I give my present history 2025, and here is the oldest, and again here is the oldest history. And here you can see this is my oldest address history, and when I came in Canada, and I have lived at this address from this date to this date, and this date I add here. And your address history should be like this, and like a two, here is the to date, and this to date should be in this form, and this to date should be in this form. In this way you can remove your address history gaps. If you give any gap, like here you can see I give here date 2022 and 0502. If I give here 03, then it will not be acceptable for our PR card. So that's why we need to give this to date, we need to give this form, and this to date should be in this form. In this way you can remove your all address history gaps. Here we need to enter our apartment, street number and street name, and here we need to enter city, province and country. We need to select from this drop down Canada. Work and educational history inside and outside of Canada. List your work and educational history for the past 5 years. If you become a PR less than 5 years ago, your work and educational history since becoming a PR. List your work and educational history from the most recent to oldest. And if you have not worked or study, please complete the activity column with whichever activity appeals to you: volunteer, homemaker, retire, unemployed. You may be provide additional information employer columns such as name of volunteer or organization. Here you can see, here I give my all education and work history, and here same we start from the most recent to oldest and again oldest. Here you can see the date when I was entered in Canada, and from this date to this date I had no work, and so I write down here my home address, and in activity I write down here unemployment. And for from this date to this date I started my work and enter the company name, and in activity I write down here work and city Edmonton. And after that I show you again one more when I was unemployment, and here I write down my home address again, and in activity I write down here homemaker, and again here I show you my present work address history from this date to this date. So in this way you can fill your work and educational history inside and outside of Canada. And next we need to fill here residency obligation, time spent outside of Canada. Have you traveled or lived outside Canada in the past 5 years? Yes, I spent some time outside of Canada, so I click in this checkbox yes. And all these questions you can read and give answer according to you, but these questions no for me. And here you can see time spent outside of Canada, and you must provide all the absence from Canada during the past 5 years or since becoming a PR. If less than 5 years ago, list your absence from the most recent to the oldest, but you must include a reason for absence in the table below. Here you can see period to be assessed from this date to this date 2022. Here you can see my 5-year eligibility period for PR card. Here you can see I enter when I was absent from Canada from this date to this date. Here I enter location, country and city. Reason of absence, we have need to choose one of from these options, and I select here other, and here you can see your reason for the absence must be one of following option. Here you can see A, B or C and other. I am not under these options. I am under employment, studying and vocation because I went to outside Canada for vacation. I select here vacation, and here you can see if other, please add reason. I add here vacation, and you can see here total days 58 days when I was absent from Canada. And if you have a more entries, then you can add here and enter. And like if you have a 1, 2 or 3 more, then you have to enter all the absence from Canada. Write down here, but I have only one, so I write down here 1. And next here you can see total time spent outside of Canada 58 days. Time total spent outside Canada due to the reason A, B or C. Here you can see 0. I was absent from Canada but not for A, B or C reasons. You have to read this note. If your total time spent outside Canada is less than 1095 days, you appear to meet the residency requirements. And if your total time spent outside of Canada due to the reason A, B or C and the time period is equal 1095 days or more, then maybe your residency requirements will not meet. And if you spend more time, then you have to write down the explanation here and in this area. Here you can see humidity and compassionate ground, and if you spend more time, then you have to give full detail why you spend much time outside of Canada. So I didn't spend much time outside of Canada, so I will leave these both questions. And here you can see if the reason B or C 5.5 apply to you, and if you this is our question 5.5, and if you are under B or C, then you have to enter detail in this section. And next here you can see detail concerning a lost, stolen, damaged or never receive a PR card. If your PR card is expired outside of Canada, like in India and any other country, so that time you do not need to enter anything here, because this section is only for lost, stolen or damaged and never receive a PR card. If your PR card is stolen, then you have to report in police station, because this is a mandatory. and if your PR card is lost or damaged, that time it's up to you. If you want to give a report in police station, then you can give, but if you give, then it is a good for you, it is a strong for your application. If your PR card is expired, then you do not need enter anything in this section. But today we are applying for lost PR card outside of Canada, so we need to fill this section. So now I will show you. Here we need to enter our PR card number. You can check your PR card number if you have any photo, and here you need to write down date of issue, when your PR card was issued and PR card was lost. And here you can select any option, lost, stolen, damaged or never received. I select here lost, and date, when was your PR card lost, and country, so I select here India. When we start our application, that time I select here I am outside of Canada, so that's why I need enter here any other country name where I was lost my PR card. If you expire, then you do not need to enter here anything. Under the following circumstance, provide as many detail as possible. In this area you have to provide a detail what was happened and where you lost your PR card, and you lost, damage or never see PR card, or your PR card is stolen. If your PR card is stolen, then you have to give a police report in police station. Anybody can misuse your PR card if they receive, so that's why you have to give a report in police station. And next question, here you can see I have made this following efforts to locate these documents, and here if you give any police report, then you have to write down here and tell them what kind of effort you did for find your PR card, and so you can give here report number like this, and like a police reference number. So in this way you can fill these both questions. And next question is, should I ever regain possession of my original PR card, I promise to destroy it immediately. In this checkbox we have to click here, because we have to promise them we receive our lost PR card, then we have to destroy that one and we continue with our new one, so we will not use previous one. So that's why we have to click in this checkbox, we have to promise them. Consent to disclose information, and here you can see consent to disclose my history to entire Canada, and we need to click on this checkbox, and this is for income tax CRA, so we have to click in this checkbox. And here we need to enter our social insurance number. We need to click on both these questions. They can check our information and with our social insurance number. Here you can see consent and disclosure. We have to click all these questions, and please read all this question very carefully. Please confirm these dates. Now we reviewing the residency obligation section. If you are 14 years of age or more but less than 18 years of age, application must be signed by you and one of your parent and legal guardian, and if you are under 14, then the application must be signed by parent. Applicant signature, here we need a signature of applicant. Here you need to write down the date when you start your application, city and province. And here we need to select country from this drop down, and signature of parent. If you apply for your child, then you have to signature here, and if your child is 14 to 18, then you have to signature for both, for your child and for you. And but if your child is under 14, then you can give only signature, like a parent's signature we need. And here you can write down the date and province, and I am the applicant, and here you can see parent or legal guardian. Pick anyone. If you are parent, then click on parent, or legal guardian, so click on legal guardian. I leave this section because today we are not apply for children's, and we are apply only for adults, and we need only applicant signature here. And so now in this way we've done our application, and after that you need to click on validate, and after that you will receive one barcode. I will show you what kind of barcode. your barcode will be look like this. And after that, after barcode, you have to take a printout your application with barcode, and you will submit your barcode with your application. You need signature, handwritten signature here. And now we need to check documents and which documents we are need for apply our lost, stolen or damaged PR card. So now we need to check. Now we need to check our documents checklist and application for permanent residence card or permanent residence travel documents. And here we need to check which documents we need for our application. And here is the first, and we need to check all this checkbox and like this: application for permanent residence card or permanent residence travel document IMM 544 fully complete and signed. We already filled this application and done our signature, so we click on this checkbox. And next, proof showing that you meet the residency obligation in the past 5 years immediately before the application or since becoming a PR. If you have less than 5 years, please refer to Appendix A Residency Obligation for the instructions guide for the list of the document required. And now we need to check which documents we can submit for our application. Here you can see residency obligation. I already provide that link in my description box. If you want, you can open and read this document list. And here you can see if you have been permanent residents for less than 5 years, you must show that you will able to meet the minimum days for physical presence in Canada. And within the 5 years of the date you become a permanent resident. And now we need to check our supporting documents. Supporting documents showing that you meet the residency obligation. You must provide a copy of 2 pieces of evidence that can show you have met the residency in Canada in the 5 past year and immediately before the application or since becoming a PR if you have been less than 5 years. For some examples include, and here you can see like employment record or pay stub. You can give bank statement and notice of assessment for 5 years and evidence that you receive a benefit from Canada government programs, and you can give like a child benefit report and any rental agreement, club membership or any other document that prove you meet your residency obligation. You can submit only 2 copies from this list. And here you can see do not send original documents as they will not be returned to you. If you are applying for paper application, please do not send your original documents because they will not return to you. If you are apply through portal, then you will only upload 2 documents. But today we are apply for paper application, but we will not send original documents. We will send only 2 pieces of copies. Now we check other documents which we need for our application. And fee, I will show you online how to pay. We cannot pay fee manually like by check and in person. We can just pay fee online. So I will show you how to pay after that. This fully complete document checklist, and after that we need to submit this checklist with our documents, and in this checkbox I will show them which documents we are submit for our application: PR, lost, stolen, damaged and never receive, and for expire our PR card. So now we check other, and here you can see these are the additional documents. And humanitarian and compassionate ground, if you spend much time like 1095 days equal or more than outside of Canada, then you have to give detail about why you spend too much time outside of Canada. And then if you spend much time, then you have to click in this checkbox and provide detail. And if you have any documents, then you can submit that document. Otherwise we do not need to click in this checkbox. And legally name change, if you change your name and sometime we add our surname and remove and like any changes in your name, then you have to provide a legally document. And if you didn't change, then you do not click in this checkbox. So I will not click any of these boxes because I didn't change anything in my name and I didn't spend too much time outside of Canada, so I will leave this section. And after that you can see please refer and photos, and if you want you can click on this link and you can check the photo requirements. And paper application, 2 photos placed in small envelope, no paperclip and no staple. You just put into envelope and send them. If you are apply for online by using a portal, and then you have to upload 1 photo and front and back both. But if you apply paper application, then we need 2 photos and put into small envelope. Next, copy of 1 primary identity document, for example passport, and you have to submit your passport photocopy with your application. And if you want you can check the instructions guide IMM 545. And here you can see other additional documents like change your sex, gender and name and citizenship, like these things. And if you are under this one, then you can provide them. And here you can see if you are under 18 or older, a photo of your birth certificate, adoption order or legal guardianship document issued by a Canadian court, or photocopy of your school record, report card, transcript, attendance record. If you are apply for your child for a minor, then you have to provide that documents with your application. And here you can see apply for permanent residence travel document. If you apply before a PRTD, then you have to submit these documents like your travel documents and click on this checkbox. And otherwise you do not enter here anything. But if you apply, then you have to submit this checklist, all the documents, and click in this checkbox. And after that, if you are provide additional supporting document, and here you can see, and submit your application, online application and paper application. And if you apply online, then you need to fill online application and submit all the documents, and means upload all the documents through online. And paper application, provide a permanent residence travel document application and all required supporting documents. Next we need your PR card. If you apply for renew your PR card, provide a copy of your current card. And if you apply to replace your PR card, paper application your original PR card, and online application a photo of your destroyed PR card. And if you are lost your PR card, include a copy of police report or indicate number if capable. Here you can see if you are apply for replace your PR card and using a paper application, then you have to submit your original PR card. And if you apply online, then you do not send original. If you lost, then you can provide police report, then you can provide them. And if you stolen your PR card, then you have to provide police report copy with your application, and put all the documents into one envelope and you send on this mail. Here you can see this is a regular mail and this is by courier, and you can pick any one from these. And now you're ready, and but I will show you how to pay fee online. Pay your fee to IRCC online. I click here, and I already provide that link in my description box. If you want, you can open directly through that link. And here you can see pay your fee. Scroll down and select your application type. Select from this drop down, and we click here permanent residence card and travel documents. Click here and click on continue. Here you can see $50 and permanent residence card and quantity. Here we need to enter how many PR card we are new, and we renew 1, and I click here 1 and submit. This is not our receipt. Login and pay. Now we need a login ID. Login. If you already have an account, enter your email address and password here. But I show you how to register, and click here on register. And now we need to enter email ID and click on continue. Register step 2 and 3. Now we need to enter password and confirm, and here you can see requirement for password. Question and answer. Choose the question from this list and select from this drop down, and you can give answer. And if you want, you can write down. If you forget in future, then you can check and fill the answer and open your IRCC account. Registration email confirmation. Check your email to finish your registration. Registration email confirmation. Thank you for your confirming your email, and continue. Confirm payment. Here you can see summary of fee and confirm payment. This is not a receipt. I am a human. Click here and confirming payment. Confirm payment. Summary of fee. Permanent residence card. Fee is $50. And click here. Click here. I have read and understood. Proceed to secure checkout. Click here. Checkout. Contact information. Enter your email ID and phone number. After that, payment method, card holder name, card number, expiry date, and CVV number back on your credit card or MasterCard. Billing address. Enter your address, city, country, province, zip code, and place your order. Now you are ready to apply your application. Thank you everyone watching my videos. If you want to watch more videos related to forms, please like, share and subscribe my channel. I will give you more information related to forms. Thank you everyone.